And we're just about ready to play a ball game today here at Chaska Athletic Park. It is the Class C state tournament, second weekend to play, and it'll be Avon taking on Watertown. Steve Thompson here. Thanks so much for joining us on a lovely Sunday. The field, there's some wet spots out there. We had a lot of rain move through the past couple of days, but a gorgeous day for baseball today, and we'll have the first pitch coming up, Watertown and Avon, here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Amateur baseball is one of Minnesota's great sporting traditions. The state tournament brings together hundreds of communities in late summer at great ballparks all around the state. Coverage of every game can be found on PrepSpotlight.tv. PrepSpotlight.tv's coverage of today's state tournament game is made possible by the Minnesota Baseball Association, and also with help from the Minnesota Twins. Celebrate Town Ball with the Twins on September 11th. Visit twinsbaseball.com/townball for details. Now let's get to the ballpark.
And we are just about ready to go. Avon in the field taking their warm-up toss. This is their first game of the tournament. Out of Section 8, they are 17-4 coming on. Matt Pickelman, their starting pitcher. Carter Holthouse behind the plate. It'll be Matt Meyer at third, Caleb Curry at short, Riley Voigt at second, Cole Wellman at first. In the outfield, in left, Cody Stitch, in center, Joe Dolan, and in right, Carter Philippi. For the Avon Lakers playing their first game of the state tournament here on weekend number 2. Their opponent will be the Watertown Red Devils. They beat Midway 7-3 last Saturday in Hamburg to advance to today's play. And here is that Watertown batting order. Leading off, Pat Sheeta at first base, Ben Smith at third base, batting second, batting third, the left fielder Mitch Kelzer, batting cleanup, the pitcher Zach Heighton, batting fifth, Ryan Hangartner at second base, Nick Truckee, the DH, batting sixth, Andrew Nichols will be in right field, batting seventh, Jake Anderle in center field, batting eighth, and Jadrian Kearney batting ninth and playing shortstop. Ben Tyson will catch but not swing the bat in this game for Watertown. First pitch, here we go. And Pickelman's pitch. Ball one upstairs to Pat Cheetah. Cheetah, 2020 Crow River League MVP and Crow River League Pitcher of the Year. Now 1-1. Here in 2021, 257 on base at 409. 8 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, 27 walks for Cheetah. And Watertown, the visitor in the tilt today. Here at Carver Athletic Park. This one lays to right field, a base hit. Good start for Watertown. Cheetah a solid single by the second baseman, Voigt. He had no chance to get to that one, so they get to Pickelman. So bring up Ben Smith. Smith playing at third base today for Watertown. Pickelman's had quite a year, the right-hander, 11-1. 81 2/3 innings pitched, throw over to first, not in time. Oh, they called a balk. They called a balk. So Cheetah's going to move up. So a hit, the balk. Avon doesn't like the call. Pickelman 76 hits. 48 strikeouts, 17 walks. So Matt Pickelman for Avon, your starting pitcher here today. Pickelman, St. Cloud native. Avon not far away. Stayed in Avon once upon a time. Father-daughter weekend up at St. Benedict. Right off 94. There's one outside, ball one. So Pickelman in a little hot water early. Here's Ben Smith. Former Norris Star League batting champ in 2013. He's been around. He offers the bunt, doesn't get it, 1-1. .291 this year. 4 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs, 14 walks. He's an Orono grad. Played collegiately at Mankato State. Bats left. But when he plays golf, he's a right-hander. Go figure. 1-2 now. To Ben Smith, runner at second. Nobody out for Watertown. Just underway here in Chaska. Just a gorgeous day. Wind blowing out 390 to dead center here. 325 down the lines. There's one slapped into the gap in left field. That's down for a hit. That's going to get near the track. Run it around third. He'll score. It's an RBI double for Ben Smith, and Watertown has the early lead. So the single, the balk, the RBI double by Smith, and Watertown in business against Matt Pickelman and the Avon Lakers here in the opener on this Sunday. In Chaska, Pickelman's pitch to Mitch Kelzer, the left fielder. Kelzer an even .300 this year. 3 doubles, a home run, 12 walks. A Waconia grad. Now playing out at Watertown for the Red Devils. Pickelman's pitch fouled away. This ballpark's been here along the Minnesota River since 1950. And near the first base dugout, there's an interesting sign. Over the decades, this ballpark has been flooded out by the Minnesota River a handful of times. You look at the water level in 1965, and it's astonishing. Halfway up the grandstand. There's a strike now, 1-2 to Kelzer, the number 3 hitter for Watertown here in this Class C opener. On a lovely Sunday, the rain has moved away. It looks like we'll get a couple of dry days. The wettest area of the field appears to be just to the right of home plate near the first base dugout. There's one upstairs, 2-2 by Pickelman. He throws hard, not a big guy. But Pickelman, hard thrower, and they've leaned on him this year at Avon. He's given up a run on 2 hits. First 2 batters have reached. Now 3-2 to Kelzer. Good crowd on hand today for this opener. Got started just after 11 o'clock. That one's fouled out of play. Into the parking lot. And the count rides along at 3-2. Watertown in the dugout to our left, third base side. Good crowd here representing Watertown. And down the third base line, a nice crowd on hand who made the trip down from Avon here to Chaska. 3-2, fouled away. So they are making Pickelman work here in the first. Second game of the day, I'll have that one for you coming up here, scheduled at 1:30. And that'll be Bluffton and Carver going at it. This final weekend of the tournament, next weekend, Labor Day. Here's one towards second, Voigt up with it, throws on to first, got him, runner moves to third. Smith standing at third base, Kelzer retired 4-3. And now with the runner at third and 1 out, that'll bring up cleanup hitter and pitcher Zach Heighton. Heighton in 21, 289. 5 doubles, 2 home runs, 9 walks. He's a Watertown Mayor grad. Played football and baseball. Played collegiately at St. Cloud State. Zach Heighton, cleanup hitter, starting pitcher today for Watertown in this Class C state tournament. That pitch upstairs, ball 1. If you're just joining us, Cheetah singled, reached second on a balk, scored on an RBI double by Ben Smith. Kelzer grounded out, Smith standing at third. One away, top of the first. This one hit high in the air to center field, but coming on, Joe Dolan. Dolan charges, catches. Runner can't tag, throw into home. Holthouse grabs it. And now 2 away, and that's going to bring up second baseman Ryan Hangartner. Hangartner, .317 batting average in 2021. Had a couple of doubles. He's a Watertown Mayor grad. Played collegiately at Bethel. And a State Farm agent. Curveball upstairs. 1-0. New Papa. Daughter Lenny. Congrats. I don't think there's a bigger life-changing event than when your first child is born. Getting married's a big deal, don't get me wrong, but that first child, that changes your attitude. The 1-1. This one chopped foul 1 and 2. It's Smith over at third base. And right now, Pickelman trying to limit the damage for Avon here in the top of the first inning. They have the early lead on a gorgeous Sunday. That one hit towards short. Curry up. Long throw across the diamond. Down low dugout. In time, 6-3. Good play on both ends to get Hangartner. Curry to Wellman. But Watertown gets a run on 2 hits. They leave 1, and after a half inning, Watertown leading Avon 1-0 here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
And we're getting ready to go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's first set Watertown defensively. Zach Eiton will be on the mound. Ben Tyson behind the plate. At third base, Ben Smith. At shortstop, Jadrian Keevy. Keevy at shortstop. Ryan Hangartner at second base. Pat Cheetah over at first. And left, Mitch Kelsner. In center, Jake Anderley. And in right, Andrew Nichols. Now for Avon, their batting order. Leading off the DH, Ryan Jansen. Batting second at third base, Matt Meyer. Batting third at shortstop, Caleb Curry. Batting fourth at second base, Riley Voigt. Batting fifth at first base, Cole Wellman. Batting sixth in center field, Joe Dolan. Batting seventh in left field, Cody Stitch. Batting eighth in right fielder, Carter Philippi. And batting ninth behind the plate, Carter Holthouse. Well, there you go, Avon playing in their first game of the state tournament. Down early 1-0, but they're getting a chance here to bat in inning number 1. There is a bit of a breeze blowing straight out to center field. 355 to the power alleys, 325 down the line. So a symmetrical ballpark here at Carver. It's been around since 1950, and it is a gem. And here's Ryan Jansen, the DH. Had a good year at the plate for Avon, 479. 6 walks, 7 RBI, but this guy can hit. There's strike one from Eiton. Zach Eiton throwing to Ben Tyson, big catcher behind the plate, down to a knee. There's strike two, fastball. Quickly 0-2 for Eiton. Eiton throws hard. You can hear that mid pop. Way upstairs, now 1-2. That one slipped, now 2-2. And one right back to the pitcher, off his glove behind the mound. Well, that just popped out of his mitt. I'm thinking error there. We'll see what the official score says. Nevertheless, Avon, their leadoff man aboard, Ryan Jansen. That'll bring up Matt Meyer, playing at third base today for the Lakers. That is an error. The first error of the ball game on Eiton. Little comebacker, handcuffed him. There's strike one. Meyer batting 200 this year. 16 walks, had a home run, 11 RBI. Up high, 1-1. Just underway. Nice opening ceremony. The PA announcer, the legendary Dick Jankowski, works a lot of state tournaments. Flip over to first, not in time. Just a lob toss over there by Eiton. He worked a lot of the games. A year ago, I spent a lot of time at the Joe in Shakopee for the Class B. And Dick Jankowski was there. Always good to visit with Dick. There's a strike 1-2. Got all wood grandstand. This is a real throwback. Just a gem. Here in Chaska. Throw down to second. Runner goes. Not in time. It skips away, but not far enough. That is a stolen base for Jansen. And the count now 2-2 to Meyer. Number 2 hitter for Avon here. And this ballpark, once again, sits low down by the river and the trees. Got a pretty good breeze today, but really not a factor here at Chaska Athletic Park. That one fell to the screen. Count rides along, 2-2. Every now and then you'll get a whisper of a breeze here in the grandstand. They probably feel it more in the outfield here. And here's the 2-2. Called strike 3, and he knew it. Meyer strikes out, looking one away. Runner at second will bring up Caleb Curry at shortstop for Avon.
Batting number 22, shortstop Caleb Curry.
Curry from Sartell. Had a big year, 460 on the year, 16 RBI. 9 doubles in the stats available. He's had a good season for Avon. This one outside. Just a quick recap. Jansen reached on the air, a little comebacker off the glove of the starting pitcher, Eiton. Then he stole a base, and he's standing at second with one away. And the pitch to Curry. Driven in the air to center field. Going back, Anderle has it, falls down. Runner will tag and move to third easily. He's going to go around third, head for home. The play at the plate, not in time. Wow, how about that? He read it all the way. Good job by Jansen. Chased the center fielder Anderle back, made the catch. May have slipped and fell. And Jansen just kept on chugging. Around third, all the way around. And now a 2 away. And now the umpires are going to talk about it. So I'm not exactly sure. I believe the run counts, and they're arguing whether or not the ball was caught in center field. So the catch in center field is the out. Jansen still scores, so it's 1-1. So there's a strike. To Riley Voigt, the cleanup hitter playing at second base for Avon. Voigt from Albany. There's a swing and a miss. Voigt this year, 349, 12 RBI, 6 doubles, 7 walks. And this one chopped foul. Count rides along at 0-2. So on that play, and I can't remember the last time I've seen that, but a fly ball chases the center fielder Anderle back. He makes the catch, slips and falls, and Jansen just kept on going. Here's one down the right field line for a hit. That'll just go as a long single because Nichols was shaded toward the line in right field, and he quickly relays it in, so that'll go as the first hit of the ball game for Avon. They have a run. Now they have a hit. An error against Watertown. 2 away, and that'll bring up Cole Wellman. Wellman from holding forward. And he's playing over at first base, batting in the 5 hole for Avon wearing yellow. The 1-0 pitch. Sit high in the air in center field. Anderle coming out. He has it, makes the catch. Side retired, but Avon gets a run on a hit and an error, and they leave one. And after one complete, it's Watertown and Avon tied at 1 here at the Class C from Chaska Athletic Park here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
Here we go to inning number 2, and Matt Pickleman's out for his second inning work, the starting pitcher for Avon. And he'll see 6, 7, and 8, Nick Truckee, Andrew Nichols, and Jake Anderle for the Watertown Red Devils. A lot of action in that first inning. And just recapping what happened to Avon there. Jansen reached on an error, stole a base, then Myers struck out. Curry hit a fly ball to center field, chasing Anderle back toward the track and the 390 sign. He may have slipped and fell. Nevertheless, he goes down, and on the plate, Jansen reads it, rounds third, heads for home, beats the throw to the plate, and scores. So, never know what you're going to see. And now it's going to bring up the DH, Nick Truckee. Truckee hit .361 in 2021. The Watertown Mayor grad. Currently he is Johnny, plays up at St. John's in Collegeville. Nick's younger brother Ben plays on the team and is a junior at Watertown Mayor. Three doubles, 1 triple, 10 walks this year. Guy can swing the bat. This one chopped foul. Count now 0-2 to him. Great day at the ballpark. Full slate of games here at Chaska. Action continues at Hamburg and Waconia today as well. There's a swing and a miss. Truckee goes down swinging. First strikeout for Pickleman. And with 1 away and nobody aboard, that'll bring up the right fielder, Andrew Nichols. Nichols, 310 on the year. Another Watertown Mayor grad. Played collegiately at Northern State in Aberdeen. And here's one chopped towards second. Grab by Voigt. Throw to first. Nice stretch. Got him. Good play by Wellman. He stretched it out. And Herbeck style. For you old timers, 4-3. They put out quickly 2 away for Matt Pickleman and Avon. And that's going to bring up the number 8 hitter, center fielder Jake Anderle. Anderle, .351 on the season. .500 on base percentage. 4 doubles, 2 triples, a homer, 12 walks. got hit by a pitch 10 times this year. He's a Waconia grad. Played collegiately at Hibbing Community College. His older brother Cole still on the club. There's ball one by Pickleman. They had a rocky start to this game, giving up a couple of hits and a run. There's a swing and a miss. So, going back to that last inning for Avon, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 Watertown errors, and 1 left on base. 2 errors on the board there. 2 away, nobody aboard for Watertown. This one lays to the gap in left center field. That gets by the left fielder, tracked down by the center fielder to just go as a long single for Anderle. He smoked it, but a lot of rain overnight here in the greater Twin Cities area. And boy, you look at some of the rain totals from the southwest part of the state. That area between Marshall and Worthington and out toward Laverne and Pipestone, Sioux Falls area. The storms were just parked. There's one inside, ball one. Jadrian Keevy, 226 on the year, 4 doubles, a home run, 9 walks. He's a Watertown Mayor grad. Plays collegiately at Ridgewater Community College and falls one back. 1-1. Third hit of the game a moment ago for Watertown. That is a 2-out hit, and Anderle stands at first base. He goes. This one slapped foul. Out of foul territory outside of first and outside of third. Plenty of room behind home plate. I was doing Class A games the last couple of weekends at St. Anthony Village, and hardly any room behind home plate and on the first and third base dugout side. A lot more room here at Chaska Athletic Park. 1-2 the count. 2 away, runner at first. Top of the second inning. And time is called as Pickleman steps off. And Keevy steps out. Both teams get a run in the first. And that 1-2 pitch fouled to the screen. Just got a piece of it. Field's in pretty good shape, and as I mentioned, there's just a little muddy area between home plate and the first base dugout. So a catcher going after a foul ball would need to pay close attention to that area. A little muddy over there, but other than that, infield looks really good. Third part of the infield, phenomenal. And the outfield seems to be fine. Runner goes again. This one hit high in the air. This is behind second base. Shortstop Curry there makes a catch in the grass. And Keevy is retired. Oh, no runs, a hit, 1 left. After 1.5, we're still tied at 1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Let's take a look at some highlights from this state tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Prep Spotlight.
Free catcher slaps one in the air to left, carrying deep. Fleming to the fence, to the wall, gone! A 3-run home run for Pierce, and that ball just kept carrying and carrying over the fence. And Air Freight's opened it up here in the 5th. And this one hit high and deep to left. This one way out of here. 6-0 Air Freight. A bomb by Cummings. Since then, a couple of groundouts to third. He hammers one high in the air to center field. Scallon back, has it measured. That's it. Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions. They win their 21st game of the year. They dominate the championship game. And you saw highlights just a moment ago from the Class A wrapping up at St. Anthony Village. Last Sunday night, had a chance to call that game. Air Freight Unlimited against St. Paul Highland Park. Air Freight appeared in the title game in 09. They win that title in dominant fashion. Here we go to the bottom of the second for Avon. 6, 7, and 8. Joe Dolan, Cody Stitch, Carter Philippi. Dolan playing in center field for the Lakers today. We're tied at 1, and there is ball 1. Zach Eiton, the starting pitcher for Watertown. And now ball 2, 2-0. Dolan 310 on the year. 14 RBI, 8 doubles, couple of home runs, 17 walks. And now it's 3-0. And there's the strike outside corner. 3-1. Watertown 1-3-2. Avon 1-1-0. Here is a bat in inning number 2. And there's another strike, now 3-2. So Ayton battling back against the Avon center fielder, Joe Dolan. 3-2 pitch. He loses them. First walk of the game given up by Ayton. That'll bring up Cody Stitch, left fielder. Stitch from Avon.
Batting seventh for the 15, left fielder Cody Stitch.
Stitch 230 on the year. 18 RBI, 20 hits, 3 doubles, had a home run. Cody Stitch. 1-0 pitch on the way by Zach Eiton. This one hit high in the air. Shallow left field. Shortstop going out. Left fielder coming on. And he made the catch. Kelzer got there. Keevy went out. Dangerous play. But Stitch is retired. And now it's Carter Philippi, the right fielder. Philippi from Albany. .191 on the year. In on the hands toward right field. Coming in, the right fielder is Nichols and made the catch. Eingartner was headed out from second, but Nichols called him off. Quickly 2 away, runner at first. Carter Holthouse. Holthouse, the catcher. He's from Avon. .219 on the year. 15 runs, 14 hits. 14 hits, 6 RBI, excuse me. Had a double. Looks at strike 1. So Ayton gives up the leadoff walk, battles back. It's a couple of fly balls, 1 to shallow left, 1 to shallow right, and here we stand. The 0-1 on the way. There's a strike off speed pitch, 0-2. Locked up Holthouse, wasn't sure about it, but when you're the catcher, you got to be careful and how you handle things with the home plate umpire. You're going to need him on your side in the next half of the inning. We're in the bottom of the second, Avon the home team. Throw over to first. Just a little lob toss. Some fans standing on the levee down the left field line. Some kids over there. Those were inside 1-2. Some of the Granton stand umps wanted a strike 3. They didn't get it. I suppose if you really tagged one, you could hit one over the levee. Called strike 3, and he knew it. Ayton come up with a curveball, gets a strikeout, his second of the game. So Avon, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. After 2 complete, we're tied at 1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
To the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Here we go to the third at Chaska Athletic Park. And we'll see Watertown's top of the order, Pat sheet of Ben Smith. Mitch Kelzer against Matt Pickelman, the Avon starter.
Watertown, now from the third baseman, Pat Sheehan.
Cheetah singled, reached second on a balk, scored on the RBI double by Ben Smith. Give Watertown the early lead. There's one outside, ball 1. There's a curveball strike. Good pitch by Pickelman. There's a curveball hack foul. That hits a bat in the bat rack at the Avon dugout. 1-2 now the count. Now you visit these ballparks, and here's one slapped in the air to left, but Stitch has it measured. Easy play. But Cheetah goes the other way, but Stitch had it measured. Quickly one out, and that'll bring up Ben Smith. He had that RBI double in the first to a plate. The Red Devils' first run of the game. But you come to these ballparks, you think of the Joe and Shakopee, or the mini Matt and Jordan. The anchor side of this year's state tournament, Waconia, Hamburg, you got Chaska. Just so many great ballparks all over the state, but in this part of the metro area, just really is terrific. This one's so much history. It's again been around since 1950, the 01. And the communities are constantly making improvements and adding amenities. It's a great seating area down the right field line. 1-1 on the way from Pickelman here. And this one hit high and foul. Out of play, 1-2. They've got tents and hospitality, and they really do it right for the state tournaments. But for a Chaska Cubs game, what a setting. 1-2, little number over toward first. Wellman charges, grabs it, takes it himself. Quickly 2 away, and that'll bring up Mitch Kelzer, the left fielder. Kelzer grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Kelzer looks at strike 1. So the starting pitching is settled down. Kelzer, a Watertown native. Here they are, their second game of the state tournament. As I mentioned, they beat Midway in the opener in Hamburg last Saturday, 7-3. Now the count 1-1 to Kelzer. 2 away, nobody aboard, top of the third. There's one missing just inside, now 2-1. This one slapped foul down the right field line, and it's going to drop just foul. Wellman went out there from first. Philippi came in from right, but no way they could get to it. It was fouled by about 5 feet. As I mentioned, plenty of foul territory down the lines here. Count out 2-2, 2 away. No mention of rain all day today. That's a good thing. They have a busy schedule. Here's one towards short. Curry on the run. Gets him. Good play. 3 up, 3 down for Watertown here in the third after 2.5. We're still tied at 1 on PrepSpotlight.tv.
The Town Ball Tour. Head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here. The kids are here. It's safe. It's a wonderful environment. We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
And here we go to the bottom of the third inning for Avon. The top of the order, Jansen, Meyer, and Curry in a 1-1 ball game. Watertown 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors. Avon 1 run on a hit and no errors. Jansen reached on an error, stole a base, scored. Here's one towards second. Hangartner's throw to first in time, 1 away. Didn't waste any time swinging on the first pitch. And that'll bring up Matt Meyer. He struck out looking in inning number 1 for Avon.
Matt Meyer.
First pitch there, ball 1 outside from Zach Eiton. Starter for the Red Devils. I'm going to check that box score from the state tournament opener. And Eiton pitched 3 innings in that game. This one through the hole into left for a hit. Second hit of the game for Avon. And that is a 1-out single for Meyer. And that's going to bring up Caleb Curry. Curry hit the fly ball to center field that chased Anderley back toward the track. He fell down, and that allowed Jansen to tag and score from second on the play. So Curry 0 for 1. No bad here with a runner at first. First pitch swinging way up in the air over toward third. Ben Smith didn't have to move very much. Waited for that one to come down. Now 2 away in the runner at first. That'll bring up Riley Voigt. Voigt had a single in the first inning. The first hit for Avon.
Second base, Riley Voigt.
And Voigt from Albany. Number of players from Albany on this Avon team. Guys from St. Cloud, of course. There's one high and tight. Fastball 1-0. But Eiton did pitch in that tournament opener against the Snurd Birds. Gave up a hit, walk, couple of strikeouts. And their big 7-3 victory. Here he is starting today and delivers a strike there. Now 2-1. Runner at first is Meyer, and there are 2 outs. Got fooled on that one, now 2-2. Ben Tyson behind the plate. This one slapped toward third. Smith grabs, throws across the diamond, got him. No Avon, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We played 3. We're still tied at 1 here on Prep Spotlight.tv. Let's take a look at some more highlights from this state tournament.
No errors and 1 left on.
A bunt. And it'll be a run scored. The squeeze works.
He was just angry at the home plate umpire. First pitch swinging, line drive, base hit into center field. The throw is going to be cut off by Nelson. 2 runs are going to come in.
7. Damas, and he singles past the drawn-in Jelly at short. They're going to send in Vanderbosch from second as well.
Larson Geislinger, base hit down the right field line. That's going to get towards the corner. Geislinger is around first and slides into second with a 2 RBI double.
Into the 3rd round of the tournament. First pitch. It's high towards second. The infield was drawn in. Will it drop? It does. The throw home. It'll be a force if they can get it. They can't. Briola scores and Champlin moves on to round 3.
There we go to the top of the 4th for the Watertown Red Devils. We'll get 4, 5, and 6. Here's the pitcher, Zach Heighton, against Matt Pickelman, the Avon starter. Beginning his 4th inning of work. The first pitch hit high in the air to center field, chasing Dolan back. They get toward the track and make the catch. Plenty of room out there. Heighton, a fly ball out to left center field, 1 away, and this will bring up Ryan Hangartner. He had a ground out in the first. By the way, Eiton 2 fly balls to center in the game. He is 0 for 2. Hangartner, that ground out to end the first for the Red Devils. He swings at one center field. Dolan a little to his right, makes the catch, 2 away. A lot of action in this inning for Joe Dolan, the Avon center fielder. And now he has a chance to tie a record. Three consecutive putouts in an inning. 2 away, nobody aboard. Nick Trunke, the DH, he struck out to start inning number 2. Looks at strike 1 there. Truckee had a couple of hits, 2 RBIs in that win over Midway in the tourney opener last Saturday at Hamburg. Curveball inside. That one slipped out of Pickelman's hand, 1-1. That one outside, gets away from Holthouse, no big deal. 2-1. Nice dry, breezy day after all that rain. This one slapped toward short. Curry grabs it, throws it, gets him. 3 up, 3 down for Watertown, top of the 4th. All of a sudden, Pickelman's retired 7 in a row, and we have played 3.5, and we're tied at 1 here on Prep Spotlight.tv.
Nobody does high school sports like Prep Spotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
We got you covered.
And you can see the fans over the left field fence right down the line, sitting on top of the levee there, observing the action. Getting a little bit of shade right now out there. Good view. As we bring it back to the Watertown starting pitcher, Zach Heighton, taking his warm-up tosses here as we get ready for the bottom of the fourth inning for Avon. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Wellman, Dolan, and Stitch. Watertown, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors. For Avon, 1 run on 2 hits and no errors as they get ready to bat here in the home half of the fourth inning. Avon 17-4 this year. Fine season. First pitch by Eiton upstairs. Ball 1. There's one outside 2-0. Time winding down to be part of the 2021 State Amateur Baseball Tournament in Waconia, Chaska, and Hamburg. There's one fouled back to the screen now, 2-1. Get out and support your community, or if you just love the game of baseball and want to watch win or go home games at great venues, there's nothing like tournament time. If you can't make it to the games, be sure to catch it here on PrepSpotlight.tv Town Ball. We have all the games at affordable prices. Enjoy the tournament at the park or on PrepSpotlight.tv. Count now 3-1 as Eiton winds and delivers. Towards short. Keevy up with it. Throw across in time. 1 away. Got to bring up Joe Dolan, the center fielder. Dolan had a walk to lead off inning number 2. He was stranded there. By the way, Wellman 0 for 2. He had a fly ball to center and just grounded out a moment ago. Dolan had the only walk given up so far by Zach Heighton, the Watertown Red Devils pitcher. And there's one outside, ball 1. Second game of the day, Carver Black Sox against Bluffton. Scheduled at 1:30. Here's one smashed by second into right center field for a hit. Third hit of the game for Avon. Solid single by Joe Dolan. And with 1 on and 1 away, that'll bring up Cody Stitch, a left fielder. He flied to left in inning number 2. He's 0 for 1. There's a foul ball. One away, 1 on. Bottom of the fourth, Avon batting. Slap to left, down for a hit. Left fielder Kelser over. He'll quickly retrieve it, get it into third. But Avon got something cooking here in the bottom of the fourth. On back-to-back singles by Dolan and Stitch. And now it'll bring up Carter Philippi, the right fielder, and he had a fly ball to right in inning number 2. He's 0 for 1. And now a chance here for Avon against Zach Heighton. Trying to stretch out a little bit. And at third, Cheetah. They thinking we might see a bunt here, or a bunt attempt by Philippi. See what happens. Big swing and a miss by Philippi. Tried to hit that one into the river. There's another swing and a miss. And Heighton quickly ahead, 0-2. Wellman grounded out to start the inning. Dolan a single. Stitch followed with a single to left. Now 0-2 to Philippi. Curveball way up high. Philippi ducks under that one. Down low, 2-2. Avon has had a base runner in every inning. So far they've stranded 3. 2-2. Up high now, 3-2. Big pitch coming up in this ball game. We're tied at 1, bottom of the 4th. Dolan at second, Stitch at first. Philippi at the plate, the number 8 hitter for Avon. He awaits the 3-2 from Heighton. He'll step off. Nobody there to cover the bag as he looked. Hangarten at second. Keevy at short. Keevy's way over in the hole. Hangarten at second, a little closer to the bag. And they ring him up. Outside corner. Third strikeout, all looking for Heighton, and it's a big one now, 2-on-2 out. The number 9 hitter, the catcher, Carter Holthouse for Avon. Philippi thought he may have got a walk. That was right on the black. And the home plate umpire rang him up. Holthouse struck out looking to end the second. He looks at strike 1. Back-to-back one-out hits for Avon. They make Heighton pay here. We'll see about it. The 0-1. Fisted over toward that Avon dugout. They got a great setup, a screen in front. Then they've got stools where the guys can sit out in front of the dugout. A lot of players taking advantage of it on a pleasant day. They have the option of retreating to the shade, of course. But right now enjoying a gorgeous Sunday in late August. There's a look at it. And now a new piece of lumber for Holthouse. And now he'll get settled in again. He's in an 0-2 hole. Runners at first and second. 2 away, bottom of the 4th. Flags saying the breeze is blowing straight out. We can't really feel it here because we're right behind home plate, and then behind us is the press box. But there is a breeze blowing here at Chaska Athletic Park. This one hit high in the air to right field. Coming on, Nichols makes the catch. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left 4 complete. We're still tied at 1. Watertown Red Devils and the Avon Lakers here in the Class A State Amateur Baseball Tournament from Chaska here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
Order more at backgroups.com. Rawlings, the official baseball of the Minnesota Baseball Association, and the WC 2021.
It is the top of inning number 5. And for Watertown, Andrew Nichols, Jake Anderley, and Jadrian Keevy, 7, 8, and 9 in that Watertown Red Devils order. Matt Pickelman, the Avon pitchers, retired 7 in a row and delivers ball 1 inside. Retired the Red Devils 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd and 4th. Got the last batter in the 2nd inning, so my math, 7 in a row. There's a strike, 1-1. Nichols grounded out to second base at inning number 2. Here's one through the hole into right field, a hit. But Nichols leads off the 5th with a single. 4th of the game for Watertown. That'll bring up Jake Anderley, the center fielder. Anderley has a hit that came in the 2nd. He's 1 for 1 today. Throw over to first. The runner gets back. Behind the plate for Avon. Holthouse behind the plate. Matt Meyer at 3rd. Caleb Curry at short. Riley Voigt at 2nd. Cole Wellman at 1st. In the outfield left to right, Cody Stitch, Joe Dolan, Carter Philippi. Pitcher Matt Pickelman back over to first. They try to keep that runner close, and he ducks in safely. Second time in the game, Watertown's had the leadoff hitter aboard. Cheetah led off the game with a hit, moved to second on a balk, and then scored the lone run of the game for Watertown. There's one up high, ball 1 to Anderley. Anderley had an RBI and a run scored in that win a week ago. Here's one down in front, and the catcher and the pitcher get tangled up. Everybody's safe. Holthouse, Pickelman, and Anderley's going to reach. We're going to see how they rule that, if that's a bunt hit or an error. It'd be the first of the game on Avon. On the plane, Nichols down to second. Anderley goes to first. And now the batter's going to be number 9 hitter, Jadrian Keevy. He actually popped out to short in the 2nd. He squares to bunt. Lays one down. It's a good one. Third base line. Pitcher throws. Didn't get him. Pickelman off the mound. Didn't get him. It's going to be a hit for sure. A moment ago it was ruled an error. So now they're loaded with nobody out for Watertown here in the 5th. Nichols to third, Anderley to second, Keevy on at first with the bunt hit. And we go to the top of the order and Pat Cheetah. And Cheetah led off the game with a hit, has a run scored. And all of a sudden, Avon and Matt Pickleman in a lot of hot water here in the first. The hit, the error, and then the bunt hit. There's a curveball foul. A good way to start for Pickleman here. And that win over Midway in the opener of the tournament. Scored a run. Walked in that game. Here's one smashed into right center field, down for a hit. 1 run home. Throw comes all the way into home plate. They'll stay loaded. It is an RBI single for Pat Cheetah. And Watertown grabs the lead back at 2-1. Nichols trots home from third. Anderle over to third. Keevy to second. Cheetah standing at first. That'll bring up Ben Smith. He had an RBI double in the first and retired 3 unassisted. Now we're going to get an Avon conference on the mound. Reed Voigt pops out of the dugout, and they're going to meet and talk strategy here with Ben Smith getting ready to dig in. So 3 hits and an error in the inning, 1 run so far, still nobody out. And 2-1 Watertown here in the top of the 5th inning. At the moment, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Watertown. For Avon, 1 run, 4 hits. The error coming in this inning. I don't know if they gave the error to Pickleman, the pitcher, or Holthouse, but they got tangled up on a bunt in front of home plate. First pitch there to Smith, ball 1. Infield playing in. This one smashed fair down the right field line. 1 run comes home. Another run headed for the plate. Throw to the infield, cut off. It is a 2 RBI single for Ben Smith, and Watertown extends their lead to 4-1. There's 3 RBI on a single and a double today. Anderle scores. Keevy scores. Cheetah all the way around to third. Watertown runners at the corners. And still nobody out. And out of the dugout again, it's going to be Reed Voigt, and that's going to be it for Matt Pickleman. So Watertown has their hitting shoes on here in inning number 5. We got a pitching change. We'll sort that pitching change out in a moment here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone, a home run.
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
Congratulations to the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Pitching change here in the top of the 5th inning. Bryce Flanagan on. He's a pickup for Avon from the Fort Ripley Rebels. Got a Brainerd. So the right-hander comes on. Wearing blue in this ball game for the Rebels. 4 hits and an error, nobody out for Watertown. Ben Smith a moment ago, the 2 RBI single. He's at first. Pat Sheeta over at third. 3 runs across so far. And the batter is Mitch Kelzer. Kelzer a couple of ground outs. He's 0 for 2. And Watertown 3 on the board already, and still nobody out. We'll see if Flanagan can restore order for Avon here. Carter Holthouse behind the plate. And he misses outside, ball 1. A hit, an error, a hit. Actually, a hit, an error, and 3 hits in a row. Played at 3 so far. There's the strike, 1-1. There's a foul, strike, 1-2. So Pickleman responsible for the runners on base, had the error behind him. And actually, the error could have been on him or Holthouse on that bunt in front of home plate. Not sure who they charged the error to. Here's Flanagan's pitch. Little chopper to third. Meyer backs up on it. 2nd to 1 on to first. Didn't get the double play. Now we got an argument. The run scores to make it 5-1. They're going to call the runner out at second base. They got an argument out there saying maybe that he impeded the double play. We do know this Cheetah scored on the play. There were nobody out. They may be actually calling the double play here. They're going to actually send Cheetah back to third on the play. And call the double play. Well. So 5-4-3 double play. Smith erased. That'll bring up Zach Eiton, the pitcher. So the run doesn't score, and the scoreboard should read 4-1. Cheetah's still at third base. 2 outs now. And the batter is Eiton. You never know what you're going to see. And this one, a hit in the air to left, coming on, Stitch, dives, can't get it, falls for a hit, run comes home anyway. So Cheetah scores, the 4th run of the inning. Eiton gets an RBI single, and with 2 away, the batter's going to be Ryan Hangartner, the second baseman. And now it looks like we're going to get a pinch runner for Watertown here.
48, running first base, Wyatt McCabe.
Wyatt McCabe from Mayer's going to run down at first base for Eiton, the pitcher. They'll bring up Hangartner. There's 2 outs, a runner at first, and it is 5-1 Watertown. 4 in the inning. They called the double play and sent the runner back to third base. Extraordinary. And that one, they caught a piece of the catcher and the home plate umpire. Strike 1. So Watertown at the moment, 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. And Avon 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. And the pitcher is Bryce Flanagan in relief of Matt Pickelman. And that one fouled to the screen near the Avon dugout. 0-2. Fans cheering because they've corrected the scoreboard. We've got it right on our screen in front of you. 5-1. That one fouled back to the screen. Count rides along at 0-2. Nichols leads off with a hit. Anderley reaches on the error. Keevy a hit. RBI single by Cheetah. 2 RBI single by Smith. Kelzer into that controversial 5-4-3 double play. And then Eiton the RBI single. and I searching the memory banks right now, I have not seen that. Runner goes from first, and it's fouled away. We'll do it all over again. As the pinch runner will go back. And that pinch runner is McCabe. Runner at first. 0-2 the count, 2 away. That one fouled over the Avon dugout, not a play again. So Baumgartner, the 8th batter to step to the plate for Watertown here in the inning. Runner scrambles back as the pitcher Flanagan steps off. And another foul off to the right. Now the play. Hopefully those don't get in the puddles out in the parking lot. There were a few of those to dodge this morning, but not a big deal. Those will dry up. That one down in the dirt. Runner will advance. So McCabe moves up, the pinch runner. And now there's a runner at second and 2 out. Five hits in the inning. 4 runs across for Watertown. 1-2 pitch. Towards short. Knocked down there by Curry. May have saved a run. The Baumgartner, the infield hit there, 6th of the inning. McCabe moves to third. Now runners at the corners, 2 out. And Nick Truckee, the DH, who's 0 for 2, will dig in. Truckee, 9th batter to come to the plate for the Watertown Red Devils here in the 5th. There's a strike. Truckee, a strikeout in the 2nd, a ground out in the 4th. Strike two. Comes over the top, gets the corner. Avon trying to get back into the dugout. Plenty of ball game left, but they give up a crooked number here. The 0-2. A little bit low, 1-2. Hayes Flanagan in for Avon. Pickup from Fort Ripley. Curveball upstairs, got him. So Trickle strikes out, but damage done for Watertown. 4 runs on 6 hits, an error, 2 left. And after 4.5, Watertown takes a 5-1 lead over Avon here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
And there's a look at Chaska Athletic Field, home of the Chaska Cubs and a part of this 2021 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. We're carrying all the games here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Steve Thompson alongside on a lovely Sunday, wherever you are, enjoying the ball games today. Great crowd on hand. Ballpark built in 1950. And it's a gem. Avon trying to battle back. They have a run on 4 hits and an error as they come to the plate. And the good news for Avon, top of the order. Ryan Jansen, Matt Meyer, and Caleb Curry against Watertown starter Zach Eiton. There's strike one. Jansen reached on an air, stole a base, scored the lone run for Avon in the first, grounded out in the third. Going outside 1-1. Down in the dirt, 2-1. It's fun to watch the people out on the berm or the levee in left field near the foul pole. They continue to move further out into the shade as the sun swings around. I can't blame them. Even though it's not hot today, I still enjoy the shade. There's a strike now, 3-2. To the leadoff man for Avon here in the bottom of the 5th, Ryan Jansen trying to get on board. He lifts one in the air to center field. Anderle sees it, catches it, one away. Don't have to move much. And now it's going to bring up Matt Meyer. Meyer struck out in the first, had a single in the third for the Lakers. We're trying to advance. Winner will play the winner of the Eagle Lake Laverne game coming up at 7 o'clock tonight here at Chaska Athletic Park. Chaska High School used to play their football games here once upon a time. 1-0 pitch. This one hit in the air to center field. Coming out, Anderle stops and grabs it. 2 away. Clayton gets a couple of outs, and that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Caleb Curry. Curry flied to center, but on that play, Jansen was able to tag and score from second in the first inning. This first play today that I don't know if I've ever seen. He popped out to third in the third. He's 0 for 2. Looks at ball 1. Nobody on, 2 away, bottom of the 5th inning. Now it's ball 2. This one hit toward third. Smith grabs, throws, down low, but it's dug out by Cheetah. And Curry is retired 5-3. Avon goes 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And after 5 complete, Watertown leads Avon 5-1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
At the end of 5 innings, you score Watertown 5, Avon 1. And at the electronic scoreboard, the right center field, was installed by Avon Electronics, the official scoreboard of the Minnesota Baseball Association. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stop by the merchandise area and the official state tournament program in Osterville. A great deal, only $7. That'll get you both clubs. The window at the back of the ring stand. And that last inning play was brought to you by Max Bass, the official bat of the Minnesota Baseball Association.
Here we go to the top of the 6th inning. Watertown will send Nichols, Anderley, and Keevy to the plate. 7, 8, 9 in their order after a big 4-run 5th. We'll see what they do in the 6th against Bryce Flanagan from Avon. Pitching to catcher Carter Holthouse. Delivers strike 1. It's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Flanagan had a strikeout. Just the second strikeout by Avon pitching. Pickelman was the starter. There's one inside, now 1-2. Here's one towards second, on to first, in time. Nichols retired 4-3, and with one away and nobody aboard, that's going to bring up Jake Anderley. Anderley had a single in the second, reached on an error and scored in the 5th.
Center fielder Jake Anderley.
9 men came to bat for Watertown in the 5th inning. There's strike 1 by Flanagan. Shows bunt, pulls it back 1-1. Here's one down low, 2-1. Inside corner, good pitch, 2-2. That was a beauty by Flanagan there. Nobody on, 1 out, 2-2. Top of the 6th inning. Watertown leading at 5-1. This one fouled straight back. For Watertown, 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, 1-4-1 for Avon. This one just missing, count is full, 3-2. That one fouled just over the dugout on the roof of the tent over there, the hospitality area. Shade not mandatory today, but nice. We're glad we're in the shade on this great late August day. Sunday at Chaska Athletic Park. 3-2. Little number toward the pitcher. Flanagan off the mound. Throws over. Got him. 2 away, nobody aboard. 1-3 on the putout. That'll bring up Keevy, the shortstop. Popped out too short in the second. Had a single and a run scored in the 5th. Keevy, as I mentioned, had a pretty good game in the opening round win over Midway. Had a hit, had an RBI, a couple of runs, 4 plate appearances, home run in that game. He was one of the heroes. Down low, ball 1. Now 2-0. We go to the top of the order if Keevy's able to reach. This one hit high in the air, straight up the chimney. Catcher Holthouse over toward the dugout. Third base over. Falls Meyer and Holthouse right in front of that Watertown dugout. Neither could make the play. Pretty good effort. That's a tough chance. And now the count 2-1. Greg Welford, our camera operator, doing a great job. I don't know how he drew the short straw and has to work with me for 2 games. I mean, that's, man. Our executive producer, Andy Price, must be mad at Greg. 2-1. Outside 3-1. Between innings, I'll have to ask him what he did to deserve this. 3-1 pitch. There's a walk, 2-out walk for Keevy, so he gets aboard for Watertown. And now Bryce Flanagan, the Avon relief pitcher, will have to deal with Pat Cheetah. Cheetah's had a day. Had a single to start the game. Reached second on a box, scored on the RBI by Ben Smith. Had an RBI single and a run scored of his own in the 5th. So Cheetah's been in the middle of it today. Looks at ball 1 inside, 1-0. And then, of course, Ben Smith waiting on deck, who's had a day. Couple of hits, 3 RBI already for the Red Devils. The leadoff man here watches another one, and that's a strike. Anthony is 1-1. Pat Cheetah for the Watertown Red Devils. Cheetah slaps one foul. Pulled it. That win over Midway, Cheetah played in center and over at first. We have the lineups for the next game, Carver and Bluffton. And that makes me feel good. We've got lineups already. After this ball game, I can dig in and fill out my book. The 1-2 runner goes, throw to second. Got got him. Good throw by the catcher, Holdhouse. Keevy caught stealing. And that's it for Watertown here in the sixth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left after 5.5. The Red Devils lead the Lakers 5-1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Here again, trying to run for some pole tag. And of course, the team is on the second division program, Hampshire, and
There's a look at the folks sitting on the levee down the left field line here at Carver Athletic Field. A nice view of the game. Some in the shade, some in the sun. And our camera operator, Greg Wolford, our technical director, pointed out that the reason he had heard that I was going to buy food and beverage all day, and that's why he took the assignment. All right, here we go for Avon, bottom of the sixth. Voigt, Wellman, and Dolan, 4, 5, and 6 as they try and get back in the ballgame, down 5-1 here in the home half of the sixth inning. Zach Keighton on the mound, big right-hander, delivers the 0-1 toward third, stabbed there by Smith, across the diamond in time. Good play by Smith, accurate throw. Avon went down 1-2-3 in the fifth. First time in the ball game they went down 1-2-3. And now Voigt is retired. And if you're keeping track of this sort of thing, that's 6 in a row retired by Eiton. By the way, Voigt had a single in the first. He is now 1 for 3. Now it's Wellman. He's 0 for 2. A fly out and a ground out on his resume today. Looks at ball 1 from Eiton. And the Watertown right-hander delivers. This one towards second. Hangartner grabs it. Lob throw to first in time. A little high, no problem for Cheetah. And just like that, 2 away for Avon. That'll bring up Joe Dolan. Dolan walked in the second, singled in the fourth.
center fielder Joe Dolan.
Dolan trying to solve Zach Eiton. Really a pretty short trip here to Chaska for Watertown. A little bit of a haul for Avon. 2-0 pitch. Now a strike, 2-1. I would assume Avon just hops on 94, heads to Maple Grove, and then veers right and comes down 494 to Chaska. Not sure about that, but I would assume that would be the quickest route. Unless they prefer the back roads coming down here. (3-1). He gets a walk. 2-out walk there for Dolan. And right now Avon needs base runners here in the bottom of the sixth. That'll bring up Cody Stitch, the left fielder. Stitch, a single in 2 trips today. That single coming in the fourth. 5-9-2 for Watertown, 1-4-1 for Avon as they bat here in the bottom of the sixth, and a strike 1 to Stitch. Ben Tyson behind the plate, Ben Smith at third, Jadrian Keevy at short, Ryan Hangartner at second. This one towards short by the shortstop Keevy. Slid, couldn't backhand it. Probably going to be a hit all the way. Because even if he knocks it down, doubtful he's going to throw him out. I'm not going to assume anything. I'm not the official scorer here at the state tournament. Now we have a conference on the mound for Watertown. And it will go as a hit. So Dolan moves to second. Stitch on at first. 2 outs. And the batter is Carter Philippi, the right fielder. He's 0 for 2. Fly ball to right in the second. And a strikeout in the fourth. Conference over. Tyson will retreat to the plate. And Eiton will get ready to toe the rubber with 2 on and 2 out. There's one off the plate, foul. Really nice crowd. And I would assume some Carver Black Sox and Bluffton fans have already made their way into the ballpark. Once again, Watertown very well represented. Avon very well represented. The 0-1. Inside 1-1. So slap foul out of play. 1-2 the count. Boyd grounded out. Wellman grounded out. Then Dolan walked. Stitch had a hit. And now it's Philippi facing a 1-2 count with 2 on and 2 away, bottom of the 6th. Here's a situation where Philippi's a big kid, and if he could turn on one, it'd be a big deal for Avon. We're in the 6th inning, still time, but so far they've been able to scratch out just a run against Zach Eiton. And that came in the first on a fluke play. 1-2. Big swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout of the game for Eiton. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. After 6, Watertown still leading Avon 5-1. Here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone, a home run.
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
Congratulations to the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Here we go to the top of the 7th. Watertown leading at 5-1, looking for more. Pat Cheetah was at the plate when Jadrian Keevy was caught stealing, so he'll be right back up there. He's had a good game, couple of hits, an RBI, 2 runs scored. Pat Cheetah playing at first base for Watertown today. And the pitcher, Bryce Flanagan, pickup from Fort Ripley for Avon, delivers in the dirt. Stand by Holthouse. Ball 1. I think they're going to chat about the signs here. Get on the same page. Ben Smith, Mitch Kelzer due up for Watertown here in the top of the 7th inning. Opening game of the day in Chaska Athletic Park. Just a wonderful facility. 1-0. It goes all the way through. Didn't hit him. That's just one that looked like it hit him. Count out 2-0 to the leadoff man, Cheetah. There's another one inside, 3-0. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, Watertown plays the winner at Eagle Lake Laverne. They're set to go at 7 o'clock tonight here at Chaska. There's one high and outside. Leadoff walk for Cheetah. And now it brings up Ben Smith, and he's done damage. RBI double in the first. A ground out to first in the third, and then a 2 RBI single in the 5th. Ben Smith 2 for 3 RBI. And Watertown trying to break this one open. They have a 4-run lead here in the 7th. There's a strike outside corner. Watertown has had a tremendous season, goes without saying. They only had 1 loss in July. Got beat by Waconia in the middle of August in a Region 7C game, 4-1. But we're able to come back, get here to the state tournament. But quite a July for Watertown. Now the count 1-1 to Ben Smith. Throw over to first by Flanagan. Cole Wellman, the first baseman. Infield again for Avon. Meyer at third, Curry at short. Boyd at second, Wellman at first. Holthaus behind the plate. In the outfield left to right, Stitch, Dolan, and Philippi. There's a swing and a miss. We pulled the string on that one, and Smith was way out in front. On 1-2 the count. Starting pitcher Matt Pickelman lasted 4+, ran into trouble in the 5th, and was pulled. Flanagan's pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. Big strike out there. Gets Smith. Flanagan's second, third for Avon pitching, and that'll bring up Mitch Kelzer with 1 on and 1 out. Kelzer grounded to second in the first, to short in the third, then hit into that very unusual 5-4-3 double play that got everybody all riled up here at the ballpark. They called runner interference and gave Avon the double play and sent the runner back. Pat Cheetah to third. Cheetah would eventually score on the RBI single by Zach Eiton to make it 5-1, but this is the second play of the day that I don't ever remember seeing anything like that. They actually took a run off the board and gave the team the double play. It was around the horn 5-4-3. And the umpire on the base has called it. 2-0 pitch, fouled away 2-1. And Eiton kind of saved me because I had already penciled in Cheetah's run and I actually wrote it in pen, which is a huge mistake. I don't have any pencils with me. So Eiton bailed out my scorebook anyway. It is 5-1, the 2-1 pitch. There's a called strike, 2-2. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 7th inning for Watertown as they try to advance. The final weekend of the state tournament. here in Class C. And there's another strikeout. Flanagan pulls the string. That's his third, fourth overall for Avon. And with 2 away, that's going to bring up Zach Eiton. So after the leadoff walk, Tachita has battled back to strike out 2. And here's Eiton, who delivered that RBI single in the 5th. He's had a couple of fly ball outs. He's 1 for 3 today. Both fly balls to center field coming in the 1st and the 4th. That RBI single, of course, in that big 5th inning. Throw over to first. Cheetah hasn't had a gigantic lead over there. But as we get later and later in the game, it's imperative that Avon doesn't fall further behind. There's a curveball inside. 1-0. Watertown players up on the railing, sitting on the stools. Not a lot of reserves for Avon. All the players in the shade in their dugout. There's a called strike, 1-1. Great crowd on hand. See the grandstand here, about 75% full. Not a lot of room in the grandstand. There's a swing and a miss, now 1-2. Then, of course, plenty of fans down both lines. There's a grandstand down the left field line. And then a lot of standing room down the right field line, some tents, etc. Those are busy. Here's a smash foul outside of third. Count rides along at 1-2. This afternoon, we've seen some beers here at Carver Athletic Park. Great day for that. There's another foul toward the dugout. What a grab by Hangartner in the on-deck circle. Tips his cap. Has a bat in his right hand, stabbed it with the left hand. That's a nice play over there. His teammates appreciate that. Like I said, a lot of them up on the railing. The 1-2. This one lifted in the air. It's in play. Voigt over from second, grabs it. Side retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. For Watertown after 6.5. Red Devils lead it 5-1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Town Ball Tour. Head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here. The kids are here. It's safe. It's a wonderful environment.
We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
There he is, the great Dick Jankowski with baseball's national anthem, taking you out to the ball game on the kazoo, as only Dick Jankowski can do. The one and only. Big part of the state tournaments. Longtime broadcaster and Golden Gopher PA announcer here at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament on a Sunday. And like I said earlier, it's great to see Dick at the ballpark. Loves sports, been around for a long, long time. And always has a joke to tell, some good. And here we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. This opening game of the day at Chaska Athletic Park. It is Watertown leading Avon. Avon, the home team, will send 9, 1, and 2 to the plate. Holthouse, Jansen, and Meyer. We got a new pitcher in there for Watertown. Pat Cheetah's going to pitch. So Cheetah's pitching. Eiton goes to first. So Eiton goes 6. Gives up a run on 5 hits, 2 errors behind him. It's a left-hander, Pat Cheetah, on the mound. And he will face, once again, Holthouse, Jansen, and Meyer. Cheetah to pitch, Eiton to first, so they just switch spots. And Cheetah didn't pitch in the first round win over Midway. And he delivers strike 1. There's one high and outside. Ball 1. 1-1 to Carter Holthouse. Struck out in the second, fly ball to right in the 4th. There's a curveball missing, 2-1. Leadoff man here, high and tight, 3-1. Avon needs base runners here in the home half of the 7th inning, down 5-1. Avon's lone run coming in the first after Watertown scored in the top of the first, and then Watertown adds 4 in the 5th. That is the difference in the ball game. There's a strike, 3-2. That didn't miss by much, but Holthouse leads off with a walk. That is just the second given up by Watertown pitching. Dolan worked out a walk in the 6th. And now it's Ryan Jansen. Jansen reached on an error, stole a base, scored the only run for Avon way back in the 1st. He had a ground out in the 3rd and a fly ball out to center field in the 5th. Looks at strike 1. 0-1 the count. Holthouse gets his lead over at first. Not a big lead. And there's a good curveball. Strike 2. Jansen froze and it dropped over. From the stretch, here's Cheetah. Another curveball. This is off the end of the bat into right field. Coming on, Nichols makes the catch. One away, runner still at first. That'll bring up Matt Meyer. Struck out in the 1st, had a single in the 3rd, a fly ball to center in the 5th. 1 for 3. There's strike 1. And ball 1. 1-1, 1 away, runner at first. Bottom of the 7th inning. Avon trying to battle back. There it goes. Now he had him caught in a rundown. Now pick-off move, and they finally tag him out. Tag put on by the first baseman, Eiton. Well, they caught Holthouse leaning. Going to go as a caught stealing. 3-6-3, I believe, in the rundown. I'll go with it. Not official. And now 2 away, nobody aboard. And a 1-1 count to Meyer. That doesn't help the Avon cause here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch by Cheetah, curveball strike. Good pitch. Been able to find the zone with that curveball. At 1-2. Hit high in the air on the infield, foul territory. Pitcher over. Cheetah makes the play right on the line. So he faces the minimum here in the 7th. 7 in the books. Watertown leading Avon 5-1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Hey, and let's take another look at those highlights from a great Class A tournament that wrapped up last Sunday at Palm Field in St. Anthony Village. Free catcher. Slaps one in the air to left. Carrying deep. Fleming to the fence, to the wall. Gone! A 3-run home run for Pierce. And that ball just kept carrying and carrying over the fence. And Air Freight's opened it up here in the 5th. And this one hit high and deep to left. This one way out of here. 6-0 Air Freight. A bomb by Cummings. Since then, a couple of ground outs to third. He hammers one high in the air to center field. Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions. They win their 21st game of the year. They dominate the championship game. And there's a look at Chaska Athletic Field, one of the sites of the 2021 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Waconia, Hamburg, and Chaska. A couple of games here today for me, along with camera operator Greg Wolfer. And we move to the 8th now. And Watertown leading it 5-1. And they're going to send 5, 6, and 7. Hank Gartner, Truckee, and Nichols. Hank Gartner playing at second base, has a hit in 3 trips today. That hit coming in the 5th. That decisive 5th inning. 4 runs there for Watertown, and that's the difference in the ball game. 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. For Watertown, Avon 1-5-1. A pitch inside, ball 1. Bryce Flanagan took over as the Avon pitcher in that 5th inning. Starter Matt Pickelman got in trouble. One down in the dirt there. Now 2-0. Down low 3-0. There's a strike at the knees. Hank Gartner was happy to take the walk, but agreed it was a strike. We'll dig back in. 3-1 now the count to the leadoff hitter for the Red Devils. This one hit toward third. Meyer waits for it. Throw across. Got him. 5-3 to put out, one away, and it'll bring up the DH Truckee. 0 for 3. Struck out in the 2nd, grounded out to short in the 4th, struck out in the 5th. Truckee trying to get something going in the ball game today. Wind has shifted a little bit. It was blowing straight out. Now it's blowing more toward right, but not a strong breeze. And this ballpark sits down low along the river and protected by the trees. So I think you have to have a pretty good wind down here to impact play. But whatever wind there is helping to center field, right field. 1-0. Down low again, 2-0. This one hit off the end of the bat, outside second base, and it drops in. Voigt couldn't get to it. Philippi couldn't get to it. Just a little flare the other way, and it drops for Truckee in a hit. That's Watertown's first hit since the fifth inning. And now it's going to bring up Andrew Nichols, the right fielder. Nichols a single and a run scored in the fifth. A couple of ground outs in the ball game as well. The one on and one out. There's one inside, ball one. Flanagan this inning's been working down in the zone, trying to keep that ball down. From the stretch, checks the runner. There's a strike. 1-1. There's another strike, 1-2. Drops hit an off-speed pitch. Grandstand made out of treated lumber, and it looks relatively new. Probably been redone in recent years. Just a wonderful grandstand. And completely covered by a roof. So if you did get any rain, the spectators here would be protected. 2-2 now the count. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the eighth inning. And now 3-2. Watertown trying to tack on here in the eighth. Next game coming up, Bluffton, Carver Black Sox. Some of their fans gather already. Here's one through the hole into right field, a base hit. Runner will stop at second. Well, there's a one-out hit. Back-to-back hits for Watertown here. Their hit total now 11 in the ball game, and that'll bring up Jake Anderle, the center fielder. Anderle had a single in the second, reached on an error and scored in the fifth, and then grounded out to the pitcher in the sixth. 5-11-2 now for Watertown. Avon, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. Still only 1 away here in the eighth. We have a little stirring down the line. Looks like Avon's going to get somebody up as Flanagan may be running out of gas. This one hit high in the air toward foul territory, and that's going to drop in foul territory in the field to play. But no chance for Stitch to get there. It's a long run. As I mentioned a couple of times, a lot of foul territory here at Chaska. A lot of room behind home plate. A lot of room down the lines. There's even a lot of room down into the corners. Probably, I would say, a solid 25 feet between the foul pole and out of play. Here's one laced, just foul, down the third baseline. The same thing is true in right. A lot of room in the corners. On to the count to Anderle. Towards short. Steps on second, on to first. Double play. 6-6-3. Taylor-made double play ball. Curry on to Wellman. And that's it for Watertown here in the eighth. They don't score, but they lead at 5-1 going to the bottom of the eighth here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
Is in the 20 Watertown dollar. People say that you're only restricted for your loss. They have a great selection of tap beers along with hot and tasty Haggis pizza. Try your luck for cold tap and electronic cold tap and electronic bingo. They also have a pool table, dart machine, shuffleboard table, and much more. When you need a break on the ball field, Charlie's Bar is the place to go. Charter Bank and other citizens success of our customers, community, and employees, our business loans and personal banking services with strong internal core values. Everything we do is focused on the customer. Good luck to all the team in the WCA 2020 CFA Baseball Tournament.
It is the bottom of the 8th inning, and for Avon, 3, 4, and 5, Curry, Voigt, and Wellman against Watertown Red Devils relief pitcher Pat Cheeto. Started the game at first base. He switched with starter Zach Eiton. Eiton over at first. Eiton goes 6. Now it's Cheeto, strike 1. Curveball there. This one a check swing foul. Just past the Avon dugout. Curry fly ball to center in the first. Popped out to short, or popped out to third, and grounded out to third in the game. He's 0 for 3. The 0-2 pitch, just got a piece of it. To stay alive, it's 0-2. Avon's run in the bottom of the first. This one hit high in the air on the infield. Cheetah, the pitcher, calls for it, gets it. Just to the left side of the mound, he grabs it. One away, nobody aboard, and for Avon, it'll bring up Riley Voigt. Voigt is singled in the first, and then a couple ground outs to third in the third and the sixth. He's 1 for 3 today. Cheetah's pitch, down low, ball 1. Now 2-0. There's a curveball outside corner, 2-1. Winner of this one plays Eagle Lake and Laverne next weekend. Those two teams play tonight under the lights in Chaska. There's one low and inside, 3-1. This one hit towards short. Keevy bobbles, can't get him. That'll be an error on the shortstop, and with one on and one out. This will be Cole Wellman playing at first. He's 0 for 3. Flied to center in the first, grounded to short in the fourth, and grounded out to second base in the 6th inning. Avon needing base runners with one on and one out here in the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 4. There's a curveball strike, 0-2. Other games coming up today. Asani versus Sebeski at 4:30. Eagle Lake and Laverne in the nightcap. Over at Hamburg underway. Chanhassen against Rochester. Back to the pitcher, off the pitcher's hand is short. Throw. Got him. Boy, what a scoop over there by Eiton. Keevy threw on the run, threw it wide of the bag, but Eiton stabbed it. So Voigt moves to second on the play. Wellman retired 6-3. And now it'll bring up Dolan. And now the catcher Tyson and the relief pitcher Pat Cheetah for a moment. And now with 2 away and a runner at second. Once again, Dolan digs in. He had a walk in the second, a single in the fourth, and then walked again in the sixth. So 2 of the 3 walks given up by Avon pitchers have been to Dolan, the center fielder. Now starter Zach Eiton walked Dolan twice. Now it's 1-0. Now Cheetah, he has a walk to his credit today. This one slapped high and foul. In the field of play in foul territory, coming over, can't get it, is Kelzer. Over at Waconia today, Ada and Luxembourg at 11. Bemidji against Milroy Yankees at 1:30. Sartell Wanamingo at 4:30, and then New Ulm against Spring Hill in the nightcap tonight. So just one today at Hamburg, that's early. But full slates here at Chaska and Waconia. As the State B and C tournaments continue, the 1-1. Another curveball strike, 1-2. Boy, that's been a good pitch for Cheetah in his stint today. Of course, the Eagle Lake, Laverne, and New Ulm Spring Hill games postponed due to bad weather on Saturday, so they'll play those tonight. Here's one towards short. Keevy with it again. Throws a dart and gets him. So he recovers from the air to get back-to-back putouts and keeps Avon at bay. They get a base runner, reached on an error. He is left stranded. After 8 complete, 5-1 Watertown here on PrepSpotlight.tv. As we get ready to move to the 9th, let's run through some of the scores from Saturday here at the State C. Oh, by the way, Luxembourg leading 13-6 in the 8th in that game against Ada over at Waconia. Big thanks to Greg for the score there. But results Saturday here in the C. Alexandria beat Kimball 2-1 at 11. Maple Lake down Jordan 2-0. St. Martin beat Fergus Falls 1-0. St. Patrick all over Austin 10-0. I believe that was an 8. Watkins beat Princeton 5-0. Young America beat Ortonville 11-3. And then, as I mentioned, Eagle Lake Laverne postponed. New Ulm Spring Hill postponed. They'll do those tonight with Eagle Lake Laverne here at Chaska and New Ulm Spring Hill at Waconia. So that's what's going on in the Class C. We'll have Class B results in a bit. And you can go to the State Amateur Baseball Association website to follow along with all the games as well. So Jadrian Keevy, the shortstop, the number 9 hitter for Watertown, leading it off here in the 9th, with the Red Devils leading at 5-1. 11 hits, 3 errors, 1-5-1 for Avon. Bryce Flanagan took over in that 5th inning from Matt Pickelman, the Avon starter. And he is still in there and delivers ball 1. Keevy through the hole into left field a hit. His second hit of the game. He had a hit and a run scored in the 5th. Walked in the 6th. So he gets a leadoff hit here in the 9th, number 12 for Watertown. And now it brings up Pat Cheetah, who started at third, is now pitching. Cheetah's had a good game, couple of runs scored, 2 hits, an RBI, a walk. That one goes all the way to the backstop, and Keevy will move to second. Over at the B, Champlin Low Gators beat Victoria 3-2 and 12. Meesville all over East Grand Forks 12-2. Chanhassen and Rochester postponed. That's why they're playing today. There's a strike outside corner, 1-1. Low Gators, my hometown team. Live up in that neck of the woods. Northern edge of Hennepin County. They got a good team. A phenomenal pitcher and shortstop, Sam Riola. They have a good squad, though. Champlin made it to the B a year ago, had a pretty good run down at the Joe in Shakopee. Came up short. 2-1 pitch. Inside, that goes to the backstop. And Keevy now on third base. So the single and a couple of wild ones. And now Watertown has a runner at third, nobody out here in the 9th, leading at 5-1. And the leadoff hitter, Cheetah, at the plate. And now he's got to be licking his chops, looking for his second RBI opportunity of the game. And a little insurance for the Red Devils here in the top of the 9th. 3-1, curveball way up high and a walk. Now there's runners at the corners. And that'll bring up Ben Smith. Smith 2 for 4, the double in the first, RBI. Single in the 5th, 2 RBI. And now we got a meeting on the mound. This could be it for Flanagan. We'll see. And it is. We're going to get a pitching change. And for Avon, Matt Swanson from the Uppsala Blue Jays. Swanson's going to come on and pitch and take the ball from Bryce Flanagan. He'll be the third. This lefty will get his warm-up tosses. And we'll come right back here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone, a home run.
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
To the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
And you see Matt Swanson taking his warm-up tosses. He's from the Uppsala Blue Jays, the pickup for the Avon Lakers in the state tournament. So Matt Swanson, the lefty, having a quick meeting with Carter Holthouse. Runners at the corners for Watertown. Nobody out, top of the 9th. They scored 1 in the first. They had 4 in the 5th. And trying to get a little insurance here in the 9th. with Ben Smith at the plate. Smith used to play in a very competitive nationwide slow pitch softball circuit. I'm sure he's hit a few dingers in his day. Big guy. Looks at ball one and ball two. Matt Pickelman, Bryce Flanagan, and now Matt Swanson for Avon, working with 2 on and nobody out here in the ninth. This one down the right field line. It's a hit. 1-run trots home. Smith has his second double, third hit of the game, another RBI, and it's 6-1 Watertown. Keevy trots home. Cheetah all the way to third. Smith at second. Still nobody out in the ninth. And the batter is Mitch Kelsner. Kelsner 0 for 4. Struck out in the seventh. Kelsner's due and looks at a strike at the letters. Didn't think so. Shaking his head as he steps out of there. 5-run lead for Watertown here in the ninth. This one into left field for a hit. That'll score 1. Throw comes all the way through. Runner down to second. Throw, they got the runner hung up. Throw to the plate, not in time. Now down to second. So we can hear the Watertown fans as they make it 7-1, 8-1. Kelsner with the single and the RBI gets caught in the rundown. But Cheetah scores, Smith scores. And now with 1 out and nobody on, the batter's going to be Eiton. Eiton had an RBI single in the 5th. 1 for 3. Was the starting pitcher, now over at first. This one hit high in the air in foul territory toward the Watertown dugout, on the roof, out of play. Good job by Smith to get home on that, drew the throw. But then nevertheless, Kelsner got tagged out. Three hits in the inning, 14 total in the game, 8 runs for Watertown. They've had 3 errors today. It hasn't mattered. Now the count 2-2 to Eiton. Batting in the cleanup spot. And the lefty's pitch. Comebacker. Swanson off the mound. Throws it to first in time. 1-3 on the putout. Now 2 away. And the batter's going to be second baseman Ryan Hangartner. Hangartner had a single in 4 trips. That single coming in that 5th inning that really has been the difference in the ball game. We're tied at 1 after 1. Watertown led at 5-1 after 5. They've tacked on 3 here in the 9th. Inside 2-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. 2-1. Now 3-1, excuse me, outside. 3-1. Stray cloud. creating some shade and some sun on the field of play. No threat of rain today. Of course, the first couple of weekends have been marked by weather. And there's a strikeout to end it, but damage done. Watertown gets 3 on 3 hits here in the top of the ninth. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Watertown Red Devils lead the Avon Lakers here in the Class C State Baseball Tournament 8-1 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Let's take a look at some more highlights from the state tournament action here in 2021.
Bunt. And it'll be a run score. The squeeze works.
So he was just angry at the home plate umpire. First pitch swinging, line drive, base hit into center field. The throw is going to be cut off by Nelson. 2 runs are going to come in.
Damn it. Sandy singles past the drawn in Jelly at short. They're going to send in Vanderbosch from second as well.
Larson Geislinger, base hit down the right field line. That's going to get towards the corner. Geislinger is around first and slides into second with a 2 RBI double.
Into the third round of the tournament. First pitch. It's high towards second. The infield was drawn in. Will it drop? It does. The throw home. It'll be a force if they can get it. They can't. Riola scores and Champlin moves on to round 3.
Welcome back to Chaska Athletic Field. We go to the bottom of the ninth in our opening game of the day here at the Class C. Watertown leading Avon 8-1. 8 runs, 14 hits, 3 errors. Avon 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. Avon down to their final 3 outs. And the bottom third of the order, Stitch, Philippi, and Holthouse for the Lakers against Pat Sheeta. He came in relief as Zach Heitner went the first 6. He's in line for the victory. And he delivers ball 1. Score out of Class B today. Jan Addison beat Rochester 2-1 in Hamburg. That game was postponed last night. This one chopped foul, 1-2. Instead of stray cloud for a moment, bright sunshine over the entire field of play here in the ninth inning. Winner plays the winner of the Eagle Lake Laverne game. That was postponed last night. They'll play at 7 o'clock tonight. There's a curveball, strike 3. Good curveball. Cheetah locked him up. 5th strikeout for Watertown pitching. And with 1 away and nobody on, that'll bring up pinch hitter here, Josh Tyson. Josh Tyson. Ball 1 now, strike 1. Carter Holthouse waiting on deck. So Philippi finishes 0 for 3. There's a strike, 1-2. Watertown trying to advance for the third weekend, final weekend of the Class C. And I'll get you a little bit more on game scheduled for Saturday, next Saturday in Waconia at 1:30. So if Watertown's able to close it out here against Avon. Here's one toward third, bobbled by Smith, recovers, throws him out. 2 away, nobody aboard. And Avon down to their final out, and this will be Carter Holthouse, the catcher. But yep, Watertown scheduled to play the winner of the Eagle Lake Expos Laverne Redbirds next Saturday at 1:30 in Waconia. The final weekend of the state tournament, Labor Day weekend. There's strike 1 by Cheetah. 2 away, nobody on for Avon. Their lone run coming in the first. Inside ball 1. 1-1. The number 9 hitter for Avon. Walk in 3 appearances. Has a walk, 0 for 2. Now it's 1-2. Avon down to their final strike. And hear those Watertown fans. Pat Sheeta gets a sign from Ben Tice and winds and delivers. Hit in the air towards short. Caught by Keevy. And Watertown advances. Watertown wins it. 8 runs, 14 hits, 3 errors. Avon ends their season at 17-5. 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher, Zach Eiton, a save to Pat Sheeta as he goes the final 3 innings. And the loss goes to Avon starting pitcher Matt Pickelman. Watertown beats Avon 8-1 here in the Class C state tournament at Chaska Athletic Park. We'd like to thank our hosts here in Chaska. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. Our camera operator, Greg Wilford. I'm Steve Thompson. Once again, our final score. Watertown Red Devils 8 and the Avon Lakers 1. Good afternoon from Chaska here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Amateur baseball is one of Minnesota's great sporting traditions. The state tournament brings together hundreds of communities in late summer at great ballparks all around the state. Coverage of every game can be found on PrepSpotlight.tv. PrepSpotlight.tv's coverage of today's state tournament game is made possible by the Minnesota Baseball Association, and also with help from the Minnesota Twins. Celebrate Townball with the Twins on September 11th. Visit twinsbaseball.com/townball for details. Now let's get to the ballpark.